So, Grandma,
Uh-huh.
so tell me a little bit about when you were born.
When I was born,
Mm-hmm.
I was born August 11, 1923.
1923. What city and state?
Calhoun, Louisiana.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about your mom and your dad. What were they like?
Oh, they were nice people. My mama raised a garden every year, all year round.
Mm-hmm.
And my daddy, he's a farmer, and so he did truck patches, and he had cotton, corn, and he did that. And in the winter time, when he wasn't working in the fields, he had go out on a public job. I can't tell you what he was doing, but he would be out every day
Mm-hmm.
working with other people.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So were your mom and daddy, were they strict?
Strict.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, like, tell me about them. How did that work?
They were rough on us.
They were rough?
Yeah, they made us mind.
Mm-hmm. They made you what?
Mind them. Do whatever they said do.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So how did they discipline you? Did y'all get spanked? Or
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And Mama used a switch.
Mm-hmm. So were you really mischievous back then? You was always sneaky as a little kid?
Sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-uh.
So what kind of child were you? Were you the good child?
I'm a good child.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Y'all had a big house?
Yeah. Well, it was three bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Front porch and the back porch and the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Were you doing any homework, like you would be washing dishes, cooking and stuff like that, helping your mama out with
We
stuff?
washed dishes. We cleaned the house.
Mm-hmm.
Swept it. We swept our yard.
Mhm.
See, wasn't grass, just grass on part of the yard, and the other part we had to sweep to get the trash out off the yard.
Mm-hmm.
So we did that.
Mm-hmm.
And we had chickens.
Y'all had chickens? Y'all had like a farm with a bunch of different farm
Yeah, we
animals?
had a farm. Dad had a farm.
Mm-hmm.
And so he raised chickens. Mama raised chickens on the yard. Daddy had a brooder. That, you heard her talk of brooders with raising chicken in a brooder.
I don't know what a broodal is. No.
Oh, that's a thing that you put your babies in and feed them in. Do you know about that?
I don't know nothing about that.
Well, you had we call it a brooder, but it was made up with wire in the bottom and wire around it, and you put your chicken feed in a top or whatever, and feed the chicken like that.
Mm-hmm.
And when you got ready to kill one, they was already cleaned out.
Right.
And he'll come home at night
Mm-hmm.
and eat, and we'll sit around the table.
Mhm.
We had a table. It was 10 of us. We had a table, 5 on each side of the table,
Mhm.
and Mom at the foot and my dad at the head.
Mm-hmm. Y'all had a big family.
Yeah.
What's your favorite childhood memory? What's your memory
Going to
most?
school.
What school did you go to?
Well, at that time it was called Britain Rosenwald School.
So I remember one point you was telling me, like, how'd you get to school? You rode the bus or y'all had to
We
walk?
walked to
Y'all
school.
walked.
We walked about a couple of miles, a mile and a half, a couple of miles, and we had to walk, rain or shine.
Mm-hmm.
We had some branches to cross. They had crosswalks, and when the rain, we had to walk up on the planks to get across the water.
Dude, what was your favorite subject in school?
What is it? Arithmetic, mathematics.
You like math?
Uh-huh.
Well, like, what about recess? What y'all do during your little lunchtime, your break time? Did you play marbles or hopscotch? Like, what was your favorite games?
Okay, Pop the Whip.
Pop the Whip.
Yeah, you don't remember that.
I don't know nothing about Pop the Whip. What's that?
But see, you get a long string of children,
Mm-hmm.
and they holding each other's hand,
Mm-hmm.
and you be on the tail. That the first one's gonna try to throw you off. That's gonna pop you off.
You got popped off?
No,
You was good at it?
I didn't get popped off.
So that means you was good at it?
I say it up front. I meant further up in the line.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
What else did you do at home for fun?
At home,
Mm-hmm. For fun. What did you do?
for fun, shoot marbles with the boys.
Shoot marbles with the boys.
I couldn't ride a bicycle. I tried to learn to ride a bicycle. I couldn't ride a bicycle. My feet didn't reach the pedals too good, so I kind of stayed off the bicycle. But,
Did you go to college?
no, I didn't go to college.
Why not?
I was married with all them kids.
So wait, how did that happen? So you went to high school.
Yeah.
And then you got married right after that?
And after I finished went to high school, and I got pregnant, and I stopped and married.
How old were you?
16.
16? You graduated from high school at 16. And you got married and you got pregnant. So tell me about how you met Papa Willie.
He was going to school.
He went to the same school you did, high school?
So high school, we were still going, same school.
So what, was he a grade above you or what? How did
No, he was below me.
He was below you?
Yeah.
How'd y'all meet at school? How did that happen? Tell me about that.
I don't know how it happened, just boyfriends and girlfriends.
Y'all was just boyfriends and girlfriends?
Yeah.
Who approached you? Did he come up to you and tell you that you was so cute and he liked you?
Well, yeah.
And what you say back to him?
Yeah, I think about it.
You told him you'd think about it?
Yeah.
And you went home and thought about it?
Yep. Well, and got pregnant.
Goes fast forward and got pregnant. And then what happened?
And then after that, I got married.
Would you date any other guys before Papa Willie came along?
Oh, yeah, I had boyfriends.
You had boyfriends? Your mommy and daddy didn't have a problem with that?
No, but they didn't know about it.
They didn't know about it. You was bad. You had a secret boyfriend. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, okay, what was it like when you talk about black folks and living back then? You know, they had blacks and whites separated. How did that make you feel? Like, was that just an ordinary day, or did it hurt your feelings to know that you couldn't?
No, I feel it wasn't never hurt.
They wasn't hurt? So that's just how it was? You didn't feel like you should have been over there with the white people and enjoying the things that they were enjoying?
No, I didn't feel like whatever we were doing it. We celebrated separately. We didn't want mixed in with the white. If they went to something, we went to something else.
So, like, for instance, if you go to, like, a restaurant and y'all had to enter in through the back and you saw them enter in through the front.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, how you felt about that? You wanted to enter. Did you want to enter through the front?
No, I didn't want to care about going to the front. But when we went to the back and got what we wanted, we left.
You didn't get to go in and sit down
No,
with them?
no.
Why? Why you didn't?
Separated.
But that didn't make you, it didn't make you feel any worse, like?
No.
That's just how, how it was for you.
That was common for back then.
Crazy riots going on back then that you remember between blacks and whites, or fights?
No. No, because our community was, where I lived, we were a black community. And all blacks went to that same school.
So nobody came in and tried to start any trouble with y'all?
No,
And nobody from the black side tried to go over there and mess with the white folks and start?
No, that is where we live. Because see, our school was far from where the white folks' schools were. But now, the children, we moved to Monroe. It's a school. White people were riding the bus, and the blacks was walking to their school. They were all the school was in Monroe, but we had to walk. I didn't have to, but the children had to walk to school. And the whites on the bus, they hollered out the window and throwing out stuff at the blacks.
Well, tell me about the first time that you saw a television. Did y'all have a TV growing up at home?
So
a house. Y'all had a TV at your house growing up when you was living with your parents?
No.
When did you first get
the TV? First, somebody had a radio or TV. Was one of our neighbors. And you don't remember the Joe Louis.
Right.
That's why we would all go to his house to see the fight, hear the fight. To hear the fight because they wasn't seeing it.
Okay then. What about parties? Did you go to any parties growing up? What you didn't do nothing? You didn't do nothing like that?
Who we going to a party?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I don't know. Something
No,
like
Daddy
that.
didn't let us go to no parties.
Well, what you and your boyfriend before you met Uncle and Papa Willie? You said you had boyfriends. So what y'all do for fun?
And we played outside.
Let me straighten you out on that. No, ma'am. They didn't party. They didn't go to any bars because her daddy's name was Johnny B. Cyrus.
She said he was strict.
And he was very, very strict. He would not allow them to play cards
Go to church.
in his presence.
That's it.
That's
He
the devil's
loved-
game. They say that's the devil's game.
Now, what he loved to do, Daddy Johnny B, was to watch and play baseball, ball. And so when he came back from service, when radios were few and far between, one of his sons bought him an old-fashioned battery-operated radio that could only work for so many hours before the battery would run down. So they couldn't even listen to the radio. And the other thing that they did is they had to follow him to church. Daddy Johnny B was the choral star or the songster. He would raise the songs way back when we didn't have pianos and things like that in the church. And so they sang by shaped notes. And so Daddy Johnny B, and she still does this right now. This is the way he was directing them to sing.
The choir.
Yeah, the choir and them.
Congregation.
So Daddy Johnny B raised a group of boys who sing. They had a quartet along with his brother and his brother's child. They had a quartet. And it went down into the family until they all died out. So they didn't have time to play. That was very little playing that went on.
A lot of work.
A lot of work, because that's what growing up back then was like. I did a lot of work when I was growing up. That was very little fun.
Did you like singing in the choir?
Yeah, I like singing in the choir. I went to singing conventions too for my
did?
daddy. Yeah.
What was your favorite song that you sung?
I fly away, oh glory. I fly away in the morning.
When I die,
Hallelujah, by and by.
I'll fly away.
Wow, I don't know that song.
You know his own song.
We're not old enough.
No, they didn't sing that at church. No. We don't know the dads of her.
Yeah.
We don't know her grandfather.
Because families were broken up. And a lot of times they had all these kids and they would give you one name and that wasn't it, baby. And a lot of times you just went in the name of your mama. So you don't know who your dad is.
So
Just like today.
I know mine.
Just like today.
Sorta. Okay, so she didn't have any experience with her grandfather.
Just put a question mark there.
Okay. Well, does she remember growing up with her grandparents?
No,
No.
not really.
Okay, so we just start with her parents in the household.
Yeah, but she kind of remembers her grandmother Alice, who would come over sometimes because that's where the fair-sidedness from the family came from. Because on the William Harris side of the family, there are some children who Betty Foster says were fathered or sired by a white Frenchman. White, yeah. This white man had two sets of children. He had a black set of children and he had a white set of children.
Like Thomas Jefferson did, huh? Who was Henry Hill?
That was Mama Annie's brother, or even.
Well, she got a brother and a daddy.
The Henry
By
Hill
the
one
same-
was
by the same name.
one Henry was the daddy,
Daddy and other-
that was married to Emma Hill,
Well, that's Rebecca.
but Rebecca was
Was
the
his first
mother.
wife.
Rebecca was the mother of
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of those.
And then,
Yeah.
okay. And then
Rebecca
he
was
married
the mother.
Emma. And then he married Emma, according to this. Generation 1 and then Generation 2 is how it's listed in this book.
So Rebecca probably died, but she was a good-looking woman too.
Really?
You have a picture of her?
Yeah, they have a picture of them in the Hill Thomas Family Reunion book.
Yeah.
So you just
Well-
try to get that.
Okay, so y'all didn't even know anything about outside of Northeast Louisiana then? Didn't even wanna go anywhere.
they didn't.
Have you ever been outside of the country?
No,
Out of
she
the
has
country?
not. No.
No,
That's what I said. She ain't never been outside of Northeast.
I had an opportunity to go, but I
You
didn't.
did?
Where did you have
Wait,
the
how?
opportunity to go outside the country?
When Michael was in service,
Michael.
Michael, your son?
Yeah.
my
I'm
son.
gonna take her to the Netherlands or somewhere.
I didn't want to ride
She
that
didn't have no
airplane
passport
over the seas.
She didn't have no passport.
I could have got a passport,
Yeah,
but I
probably.
didn't want to ride overseas
That's
by
what she was-
myself.
Oh, you were scared.
Right.
I was scared.
But if you did, you would have went if somebody went with you.
No.
Yeah.
No.
How you say no? She may have faced the
No, she wouldn't have. No, and no. Just trust me. Trust me.
This is hard to do. You ever been on an airplane?
Yes, she's been on the plane.
Yeah, I rode plane.
When?
California.
I'm going to California to see my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I rode plane.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to talk more about her marriage.
No, you don't. Let's pass on over.
No, wait, wait, no, no,
let's just trust me, baby. Pass on over.
no, wait,
Trust me.
wait.
People ask about it.
Yeah,
We gotta learn our
we have to understand.
No,